So if you're watching this, you're probably thinking of becoming a foster parent. So we're SFS, we're a registered Welsh fostering charity, and our entire purpose is to achieve the best possible outcomes for children and young people in care. The following stages will hopefully answer some of your questions and help you on your fostering journey. So when you first contact SFS for the first time, you can expect an informal chat with any of our members of the team. So that first chat is no pressure whatsoever. So what we would do is we would speak to you over the phone or at home and just get to know each other really and what your expectations could be. We'll also go through what SFS can offer you through that process. So whilst it's us finding out about you, it's you finding out about us as well, in knowing that what we are going to do throughout the process to help you. The first stage of applying would be going through what we've spoken about in our first informal chat and putting that into an application. So it helps us get to know you a little bit better and your whole household really. So from that point then, a social worker will be in touch and we will discuss then the next stages of the process and how we can support you best. What the training will be is your opportunity to come into the office here at SFS and we can look at what the expectations are of a foster parent. We'll also explore what some young children and young people have experienced and what can be put in place really to help them through that. There's nothing to be nervous about with the training. It's basically coming into the office, we'll probably give you a free lunch and it's your opportunity really to get everything that you need answered.
I think if you're thinking about fostering, then I think you've already planted the seed and I think there will be anxieties, you will be scared, nervous, excited, want to do it, don't want to do it. I think that's, from what I remember all those years ago, that's how myself and John felt, my husband. I'm not going to lie and say it's easy because it isn't easy. There are hard days and there are days where they're quite emotional, happy and sad times, but obviously the good days far outweigh the bad days, and just pick up the phone and ring SFS, do it, because everybody's welcoming and you might be like me 13.5 years later, look back and think, wow, why was I worried?
So a key part of the process is the fostering assessment, and basically what we are doing by finding out all that information, we're finding out more about you, and in turn then that's going to help us best match a child within your care to achieve the best outcomes for them. Again, it's very informal, we'll do this over several visits, so it's not as if we need to get all the information about your life story within one visit. We do this over time, and as the time goes on, you're going to get to know your social worker, so you're building that relationship during that process. We understand that it can be daunting, but we are there to support you through every step of the way. One of the final stages of your application process is it will go to panel. The panel is made up of independent members and they would look through the full application that we've done. So they will be aware of you, your circumstances and all the information that we've gone through together in the Form F. They will then make recommendations, and what the recommendations would be is possibly what age child would be best suited, how many children would be best placed with you, and they will look at what that would look like for you. We totally understand that this can be a daunting part of the process, but we'll be there with you every step of the way. So following that then, a decision will be made, and that is usually to approve by this point. So once you're approved, you'll have an allocated supervising social worker. So the next stage of the process then would be to match. We liaise with the local authorities and we've all worked together really to find the best match for you. So your supervising social worker knows you by this point, and we would know what child or young person we best placed in your care. This can be in a planned way, so it could be where we work with the local authority and plan the timings of it and how that would look like. But sometimes it can be where a child is placed in an emergency, and this can happen a lot quicker than the planned way. Your supervising social worker will be there to talk you through each process and what it's going to look like really, whether or not it's planned, emergency. You'll have support every step of the way.